I will now perform a molecular formula calculation. If you do not know how to do empirical formula, which I'm going to use there, please look at my previous video before you look at this one, as you will need to know empirical formula before you do this. Molecular formula calculation. First of all, the definition is the actual atom ratio. So if I did have a compound, let's just say C6H12, which is hexene, there are 6 carbons and 12 hydrogens actually within that structure. That's the molecular formula. If I'm going to calculate the actual molecular formula of something, I need 2 things. I need the empirical formula, and I also need the MR of the molecular formula. It says calculate the molecular formula for a compound with an empirical formula of that, which I need, which is one piece of information. The second piece of information that I need to calculate molecular formula is the MR of the molecular formula. In this case, it's going to be 116. So this is how I approach the question. I write the empirical formula, C3H6O, inside the box, put an N, and I equate it to the MR of the molecular formula. The empirical formula always goes in there, the MR always gets equated. I then turn the empirical formula into its MR value, so 12 times that by 3 for the carbon, plus 6 for the hydrogen, plus 16 for the oxygen. I'm going to get a value of 58. So 58N is equal to 116. So N is equal to 116 divided by 58, which is going to be equal to 116 divided by 58. If I do that on my calculator, is going to be equal to 2. So this is the number that I multiply the empirical formula by. So we know the empirical formula already is C3H6O. So if the empirical formula is C3H6O, we do C3H6O times that by 2. Molecular formula is C6H12O2.